not from around here.
I think it's an invasion. WhoDat? They're not from around here.
It's gotta be my imagination.
I think it's an invasion.
I think it's an invasion.
I think it's an invasion.
Man, they not from around here.
I think it's an invasion. Greetings, Earthlings. I am Wallow. I am Wallow. I am Wallow. I live life like there's no tomorrow. Chris King, KGNOOB. What homes you ain't know? We're UFO. Cargo, khakis, polos, and fresh kicks. That's the definition of what the cargo kids is. SOS, yes, spaced out swagger. I never do anything right, I'm backwards. I'm so galactic, so erratic. You niggas on my old swag, you can have it. The world is mine and your girl is too. So do us a favor, make room for the crew. Wow.
WhoDat?
They're not from around
It's
here.
gotta be my imagination.
I think it's an invasion.
I think it's an invasion.
I think it's an invasion.
They not from around here.
I think it's an invasion. WhoDat? They're not from around
It's
here.
gotta be my imagination.
I think it's an invasion.
I think it's an invasion.
I think it's an invasion.
Man, they not from around here.
I think it's an invasion.
You're now rocking with
We're live.
I just want y'all to know that Paco really loves y'all because this motherfucker be antsy as shit before every goddamn show. Welcome back to the mothership, bitches. We in this motherfucker. It's B. We are on the SS WhoDat once again for another week. I hope that y'all have had a good week. I hope it's been blessed. We have the captain of the spaceship, Ansi DeMario.
What up? What up? Where we at? What up, y'all?
Yes.
Saying hello to the world one time.
And our guest for the week, we have a lawyer on the SS WhoDat. We beamed him up so we can get some legal advice before we visit Earth. So we have the introspective, the talented, the very knowledgeable James McVeigh.
Yes, indeed. I'm
Give
here.
him a big WhoDat welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, man. But hey guys, we're here again. It's the WhoDat podcast. Another week in the can. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. First things motherfucking first. We have noticed quite the buzz that Trump's about to be impeached. Like for real this time. Like,
Right.
Hey,
Well, an impeachment inquiry's been opened, but
Yes.
but it's still a huge step compared to what it was with the Russia investigation.
yeah, like so. I get where it came from, but how is it that serious to where they can go further than the Russia thing? Because I'm
All right.
lost.
Well, the way it started out was that we heard rumors. And hell, I follow this stuff religiously, and I still don't know what's going on. But like at the beginning of, I guess last week, it was Sunday being the beginning of the week. whatever.
Right.
Beginning of last week, around Monday or so, we started hearing real rumors that there was a whistleblower, there was a complaint filed. We didn't know what the hell it was about, what was going on.
Right.
Tuesday, it all started to snowball.
Like,
And it turned out that the Department of Justice and the White House were refusing to release this complaint to Congress that they are bound by law to release.
right.
And Congress is getting pissed.
Yeah.
I guess Donald Trump called Nancy Pelosi, who's the Speaker of the House, person in charge of the House of Representatives,
Right.
who are the people in charge of impeachment in general. Like they're the ones who vote on it.
Right.
If they have a majority vote, it goes to the Senate. You have an impeachment trial like Bill Clinton went through.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he called her and he's like, "Hey, is there something we can work out? Like, what do you need?" And she said, I want you to release.
The complaint.
I want the complaint, and not only that, but I want the phone call transcript. He said, "All right, I'll do it."
Okay.
And I don't know what happened in between then, but that evening she said, I don't care, we're opening an impeachment inquiry.
Yeah.
Officially.
Right.
Yeah, and it's really weird because during this whole Russia investigation thing, Nancy Pelosi, being Speaker of the House, was adamantly against impeachment or anything like that.
Her
She was
and what's the other guy? Her
counterpart in the Senate, Chuck Schumer.
Schumer.
Yeah,
Thank you.
there it is.
Schumer.
Yep,
Thank
yep.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, they were both against doing that for the Russia thing.
Like big time.
But I was over here just floored. I'm like, wait a minute, we have an impeachment inquiry open. We don't even know what
Because
it's
it came
about.
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I mean, to me it did. And like, again, I run a podcast about this kind of stuff. Like, we do a political podcast.
Right.
I follow this stuff religiously. I had no idea.
So, all right. Now with this though, now with impeachment inquiry, and they got to do a vote and everything like that. Is because in the news, and I know the media is just depending on what channel, exactly,
whichever way the wind blows.
Exactly. But they said that the difference now between this and the Russia investigation is, did Trump admit to it or something?
Okay, so this is an interesting area of inquiry, and I wish I actually had the statute in front of me. But the main issue with the Russian investigation initially was the Trump Tower meeting that Donald Trump Jr. had with this Russian lawyer named what was her name, Veselnitskyaya or something like that.
Right.
And they promised dirt on Hillary Clinton, but they didn't deliver. And so, if you read through the Mueller report, Mueller talks about this at length.
Yeah.
The issue is it's violating an election or a finance campaign law, and it's that foreign nationals cannot give any kind of contribution of any kind to aid in an election, essentially.
Right.
So if a foreign national gives an official, like an elected official, any kind of dirt, money. Money is the main thing. Like they don't want you donating money.
Right.
But dirt counts. Like if you're giving opposition research or something,
Yes.
It still counts. That was the whole focus of the Russian investigation, the idea of collusion between
Yes.
Donald Trump and Russia. And so when Mueller went through that, he looked at the different elements involved. Every crime's got elements that are essentially, you have to prove every one of them. One of them was a thing of value, like the thing you're giving, right? Because there was no actual information ever actually given off. Yeah, there was no information that was ever handed off, so it's hard to quantify the value of it. You have to prove a value.
Right.
It has to be at least $2,000 to qualify as a crime, and it has to be at least $25,000 to qualify as a felony.
Okay.
So with this weird promise of dirt, nothing ever came of it. It's impossible to put a number value on it.
So were they thinking that the whole WikiLeaks escapade and everything, were they thinking that was due to Russia?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I've read the Mueller report, but I think we've all but confirmed that Russia was behind the WikiLeaks leak. But the thing was, they were trying to tie it to was, did Donald Trump have any hand
Anything
in it?
to do with that?
Exactly. Was he coordinating? And if he was coordinating, it's what you would call collusion. But really, what it is a conspiracy to commit this campaign finance law I'm talking about.
Right.
And so Mueller, when he was investigating this, he talked about it was hard to quantify a thing of value. And then on top of that, you have to look at, as a conspiracy goes, because nothing was ever exchanged, you have to look at the conspiracy end of it. Like, was he trying to violate this law?
Right.
And that requires what's called a corrupt intent or a willfulness to actually be involved in it. And, I mean, not to put words in Mueller's mouth, but basically what he said was Donald Trump Jr. was too stupid to understand what he was doing.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, basically said that like we couldn't prove willfulness because he probably didn't even know he was breaking a law because he's just too dumb to understand what he was getting involved in. That's basically what the Mueller report says.
Damn.
So, as much as Donald Trump and a lot of his GOP detractors, or well, not GOP, his benefactors from the GOP,
Right.
love to talk about. No, there was never any collusion proven.
Yeah.
But they were knocking on the door.
Dude,
I mean, they were right there, but the issue is can't prove what the dirt was worth because the dirt was never actually. We can't find a link to actual dirt.
In
that
the
came
words
out.
of Denzel
And-
Washington in his iconic Training Day role, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
That's
Right.
true. Exactly. Well, and that's exactly what Mueller talked about, and then it's what he talked about throughout the entire thing. But in that specific section, it was we can't find a trace, between WikiLeaks and Russia saying that like we know for sure that was the
connection,
offer.
and that Trump had something to do with that whole thing.
That this Russian lawyer met with them and said, "I've got dirt on Hillary Clinton," but then nothing came of the meeting, and there's no way to tie anything to it. So you can't prove the thing of value, which is important because again, you have to quantify some kind of value.
Right.
And the other end of that is, if you're going to make it a conspiracy, was Donald Trump Jr. smart enough to even know that he was involved
Conspiring
in conspiracy?
anyway.
Yeah, he didn't even know he was breaking the law. or
Exactly.
anything,
It's too
yeah.
stupid to even understand.
Yeah.
God,
So the way that ties back in, though, and this is where it becomes fun, that phone call between President Trump and the president of Ukraine, and I'm going to try Zelensky. I think maybe. Man, I don't see it in front of me. I couldn't tell you.
it's a ski at the end because I was like, oh, his name rhymes with Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, right. That's actually pretty funny. But the thing with that is,
Presidents gotta stay away from
if
skis.
Donald Trump, as he's accused by the Democrats, if he withheld the $400 million in aid from the Ukraine over this,
Come on through, Mike.
if he
That's the
withheld,
Yeah.
this money, then we already know the aid he was requesting is worth $400 million.
Damn.
I mean, right? Like,
Yeah.
it appears that he withheld this aid specifically for one purpose. Mm-hmm. And when he was talking to the Ukrainian president, they talked about military aid that goes to Ukraine and whatnot. And then Donald Trump basically said something along the lines of like, the United States does a lot for you guys, but you don't do anything for us.
Right.
Like we give you a bunch, you don't do anything for us. Hey, I want to ask you a favor. And the favor he requests is I want you to go back to investigating Joe Biden's son.
Right.
Now, where's the son come into this? 'Cause
No,
is
man.
this the one that passed away?
No,
No.
not Bo. This is Hunter, who
Wait,
Hunter,
whoa. So Joe Biden's son is the same name of Obama's dog?
Well, the dead one is, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Well, he was actually Joe Biden as well, but his nickname was Bo. And they called him
Okay.
But, rest in peace, whatever.
Yeah. We don't bash the dead.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. Well, he didn't. I mean, hell, I don't know if he did anything wrong.
Right.
Hunter Biden's a fuck up.
Oh,
like a
for real?
perennial fuck up. Like all he does is fuck up. That's his thing. I mean, we're talking about a dude who got kicked out of the Navy after his daddy got him into the Navy.
Yeah.
He got kicked out of the Navy because he failed a cocaine drug test. But not only failed a cocaine drug test, like a week
Isn't
later.
cocaine only like 3 days in your system?
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
At
you
most, yeah.
you couldn't dodge it for 3 days,
Yeah,
my
that's what I'm
nigga.
saying. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, well, what the fuck, man? Do drugs better.
Right.
But not only that, but like a week later or something, he got pulled over and there was a crack pipe in his car. This motherfucker is using crack cocaine.
Right.
He is the son of the vice president of the United States and is
Smoking crack.
fucking crack. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So this guy's the worst. I mean, Hunter sucks.
That's when you give no fucks about it.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying is like Hunter sucks ass.
Right.
So like
I thought I didn't give a fuck.
he gets recruited through some other people to be on the board of this Ukrainian natural gas corporation. It's called Burisma Holdings. And I mean, for anybody who's listening to this and don't know much about, being on the board of directors, it's basically an honorary position. You don't really do shit.
Right, you're just chilling.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, you do vote, and you vote to like kick out CEOs and shit like that.
Right.
But like, you really don't do anything.
Right.
Hunter Biden never went to the Ukraine while he's being paid $600,000 a year to sit on this board. He just called in from Skype or whatever. But he wasn't the only one. There were a lot of prestigious people who were on this board.
None of them went?
Former president of Poland was on the board with him. there was some major U.S. either day trader or
Wait,
or-
so he
or
got him
financial
put on the
attorney.
board. This is after the crack pipe.
Yeah, it was like a couple of months.
Well, I mean, come on, we're talking the Bushes here.
I mean, like basically, it's no question anybody who really is reading between the lines that Joe
Right.
Biden helped grease the wheels because Joe Biden's big pet project was helping clear the Ukraine of corruption.
After
Right.
that revolt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Great documentary on Netflix, by the way, guys, called Winter on Fire. I watch it like every month. At least once a month I watch it. I just like to see what revolution really looks like.
and Ukraine was big on it.
Yo, they
'Cause,
were all the
they
way.
had so much corruption set in after the collapse of the Soviet Union.
Right.
So, like, we all get tied into this, and this all becomes a big thing.
Yeah.
Because in 2016, and now this is like 2 years, I think, after Hunter Biden joined up with Burisma. In 2016, Joe Biden, as an emissary for Obama, said, "Look, we got $1 billion aid package for you. We're not going to give you shit unless you fire your prosecutor in general, like the prosecutor general is the main guy.
You're fired. You
got to get rid of him."
Right
And really, the whole world was calling for it. Like the
I would've fired
European
him
Union
on the
wanted
phone.
it, the UN wanted it, because basically what he was doing was he was allowing money to be laundered through all kinds of shit. And he was claiming to be anti-corruption, but really what he was doing was corrupt.
corruption.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so he gets sacked. The money goes to him. All's good. And then a few years later, someone accuses Joe Biden of having done that to protect his son because there was a corruption probe going on with Burisma Holdings.
Oh.
So, I mean, and it looks...
Dude, I'm a conspiracy
Yeah, well,
theorist
it,
too.
look,
Like,
it
I
looks
completely-
bad at that
yeah.
point, but when you delve into the conspiracy, you look at it, and I can never remember the president of Burisma's actual name, but he was an oligarch that was,
In
tied
control.
closely to previous administrations.
Yeah.
Like, what they were investigating on his corruption end happened years before Hunter Biden ever joined the board. Except...
He's on the board.
Except the Republican end of it, like the conspiracy theorists there are over here talking about, Hunter Biden's probably involved in the corruption. Joe Biden jumped in there and got the guy fired to
It
save
doesn't
his
matter
son.
the era that they're
Yeah,
investigating.
and so like that's what they're chasing. And so Donald Trump bought that shit. I mean, it sounded good, right? Like,
yeah.
that's gonna fuck Joe Biden over badly.
yeah.
And that's how we got to where we are today.
So do you think it's likely he actually gets impeached?
No, I don't think the House has the balls to actually vote to impeach him. I mean, the votes are there right now,
Right.
based on a tally of people if they said they would vote that way or not.
Right.
But if you vote to impeach him, it goes to the Senate for a trial.
And the Senate is
Well, the Senate is highly Republican.
Highly.
I mean, not highly, but enough to where you would need 19 Republicans to defect to vote him out of office.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's not gonna
I
happen.
mean, there are a couple of Republican senators right now, like Mitt Romney, Ben Sass,
But you get not
Susan
19.
Collins. You got 3, but
You're not getting 19.
3 ain't 19.
Right.
Yeah.
Hell no.
But no,
All
so
right,
I don't
well,
think
that
it's going
just
to go
cleared
that
everything.
route. I don't think it's going to go that route. But
Yeah.
this entire scandal is really bad, and here's why. During the Russia investigation, when we were talking about that campaign finance law I brought up earlier, there is plausible deniability for Donald Trump to say, I didn't know anything about it, I wasn't involved. This is a phone call that Donald Trump made
on.
to the president of another country doing the same shit.
Yeah, man.
But like straight up, I mean, it reads like if you've read the transcript, it reads like a bad episode of The Sopranos.
Right.
It's very much like, hey, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Very much like
Yeah,
that.
and that's the entire thing that he was accused of with Russia. But now it's on a phone call. Like,
It's like,
he did it in
no.
one phone call.
It's like, you
it
definitely do this.
It looks really bad, especially when he withheld all this money from the Ukraine secretly, and no one knows what happened.
Right.
See, and that's the thing. When it comes to people in power, how it looks really doesn't affect them.
Well, it can based on what voters think.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing is, man, the voters keep you in office.
Honestly,
You gotta
man,
have
if
them
there's
votes.
another WikiLeaks, man, I might vote Trump, dude. Like,
What?
because I'm a Bernie Sanders guy. If they fuck Bernie again, dude.
Oh yeah,
Bernie doesn't. I mean, I don't want to fight with you too much on that, but Bernie doesn't stand snowball's chance in hell of winning that nomination.
Not even if they do a Bernie Warren
Biden-
campaign.
Biden's already got it.
That's horrible.
But
No way.
well, I mean,
No way.
Also, if you're watching any of the stuff and
He's
following
an
it,
idiot.
it's pretty obvious that Joe Biden has Alzheimer's.
It's pretty fucking obvious,
Yeah, when he's
dude.
talking, when he corrects himself and says
All
he
the
corrects
time.
himself- well, no, but he corrects himself from talking about television, and then he's talking about record players instead. Like, man, what fucking century do you think? you're in? Do you know what I'm saying? Not only
He
that, but
forgot Barack
he was
Obama's name.
he was disparaging black folks in general when he was doing it.
Right.
Like he was talking about using a TV to raise kids.
Yeah.
And instead he talked about using a record player. To raise,
I don't know,
I mean, what,
He forgot Barack Obama's name.
yeah, I mean, no, man. In my opinion, he's trash and he's done.
He's over. He
who's
should have been
But
done.
who's coming up behind him is Elizabeth Warren. Now, Elizabeth Warren may take
You think
Bernie
Warren
on.
might beat out Bernie?
Warren's right on her heels as far. Right on his
but-
heels.
But I think they're gonna be on the same ticket. To be honest, man, I think
I would love that.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. Was
Yeah.
that I think Warren would make him VP.
Yeah, I think
don't know
I think
why
that's
she
what they
wouldn't.
leading
I don't know
up
why
to.
she wouldn't. It'd be the best move you could possibly make.
I think they're leading up to like to when he gets a little
But
closer.
Bernie ain't gonna get it.
I
Like,
think he is. Sanders 2020.
Yeah, well, that's cool,
I think
man.
Sanders is gonna get
he's
it,
too
man.
old. He's too old. I mean,
Yeah.
we're watching.
Older people say they don't want to vote for Bernie because he's too old, and I'm like, what?
Man,
Like,
No, I know.
And then young people
that's
love
the thing
him.
is, well, yeah, well, no, I know.
young people don't vote though.
But that's the problem.
Yeah,
it is.
And that's why
Never voted.
Biden's leading all these polls.
Right.
Young people don't answer the
They
phone
don't
where do these
vote.
polls come from?
Well, the polls are cold call phone calls, but like,
I've never gotten
But
a
yeah,
polling call ever.
but you wouldn't answer it if you did.
You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Good point.
No, young people don't answer that shit.
And
That's-
touche.
That's always some old assholes, baby
Right.
boomer with a phone at home.
A home phone,
they answer the
landline.
thing, and then they start talking to them. They're like, yeah,
Hello?
okay, I'll answer some questions.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I
we answer
don't.
that
I don't
shit.
like Bernie. He's too old.
He's too old.
Well,
Okay, I gotta call my grandbaby.
Yeah, no, hang on.
Yeah, there it is.
I don't like Bernie. I like the guy who's obviously got Alzheimer's because I'm not even watching the debates.
No,
I'm
exactly.
watching the
exactly.
debate, so I fell asleep.
Yo, I mean, everybody has drawn blood on Bernie. Or not
Yeah.
Bernie, I'm sorry. Well,
Or
some people have
Biden.
some people have drawn
But
blood on
everybody
Bernie.
said
Everybody's
Biden,
drawn
though.
blood on Biden.
Everybody
Dude,
said,
it's
oh,
a
right.
waste. You know how I feel. This is how I feel about Biden. I feel like it's like Al Gore all over again. Just a wasted slot.
No one gives a damn.
Nobody's voting.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
No one really cares.
No one gives a fuck.
No one likes
Yeah,
you. Dude.
yeah.
They don't like Donald Trump, cool, but like they don't like you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like with Biden, it's like, dude, why are you even doing
like, go sit down.
Like, dude, Obama
Somewhere.
he already gave you the little purple ribbon medal.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you already
Like, dude, you good, man.
Yeah.
You in the history books.
You
Go
were
sit
you were
your
a
ass-
senator. You fucked us over and gave Clarence Thomas by screwing over Anita Hill. Like,
But
we're
you
already,
did your
we're already
thing.
tired of your ass from 30 years ago.
Right.
Why the
Just
fuck are you
fucking
coming out the
chill.
grave again?
Why are you still here?
We
Right.
liked you for the memes. We loved you for the memes.
You
Yeah.
were great for me, and that's what it is.
Yeah, the Uncle
That's
Joe,
what it
the
got.
Uncle
you
Joe
think it was the memes that got him?
Somebody came to me and was like, dude, you're popping on the internet. He was like, am I? I might throw my hat in the ring.
Yeah.
No, we didn't mean that. We meant you need to start an Instagram. We didn't mean
Right.
fucking be president.
Start acting. That's all.
Start acting.
Even speaking from the conservative aspect, I like Uncle Joe.
As a person.
I did. Yeah, well, no, I love him as a person. He's a great dude.
Yes.
But
Politician.
no, I mean, he's not doing it for me on the political end. But also, not just that. Like, this runaround, like,
It's
this
rough.
turn,
He's rough.
he's got Alzheimer's, man.
He's rough.
I mean, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, I've had family members go through it. I already know what it looks like. Look at his glassy ass eyes. He has no idea what even state he's in when he's talking.
Right.
You know, like when
Right.
you see him at campaign rallies and shit, and he doesn't get the state right.
No.
So he's going to 3 or 4 different states a day. I mean, he has Alzheimer's.
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it doesn't. You could
Then
tell
you
him
keep
all
seeing
day,
those-
you're in Vermont, you're in Vermont,
keep
you're in Vermont. And he's like,
showing
hello, Connecticut.
They keep showing those creepy videos of him like
Touching
No,
females.
Yeah,
Yo.
but I mean, well, yeah, and that's weird too.
Yeah,
Weird. I'm not even trying to get-
overly loving
Yeah, I'm not even
Uncle
trying to get- I'm not
Joe.
even trying to get into that.
And like, all right, for me, because I want to put this in context. For me, if I'm with a friend of mine or something like that, and I need her to like pay attention, I'll grab her face and be like, "Hey, yo." You know what I'm saying? You get the attention. But I'm not in office with a complete stranger that's only here for a visit, just on some like, how you feeling? You good?
Stop touching me,
in
Uncle
multiple
Joe.
in multiple states, I've worked for elected officials. Basically, I'm working in an elected office.
Right.
I have never done that shit. Like, dude, no. What the fuck, no?
This shit is crazy as hell.
You can't do that.
And the fact that he like that they have so many videos to put up.
Right. they have like a
It's not just the
15 minute like
But again,
clips.
now keep in
put
mind
together.
that he's been in office for at least 30 years.
Yeah.
And like he's doing the shit in the 80s and everyone's
So
on
does
cocaine.
30 years in
whatever.
office give you the right to caress whoever you want?
But I'm saying you get a lot of videos for it, right? Like, I mean, it's not hard to pull footage for 30 years in office.
Yeah,
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Make
easy
a
to.
compil-
You
make
want
a
to make a
compilation.
2-minute clip of him being creepy. Well, cool. That's 30 years in the public spotlight, which shouldn't be too hard if you either go through 30 years worth of shit,
Right.
and find
Find
him
some
doing
creepy
something
shit.
weird, or you could paint
Right.
as weird.
You can't find any creepy shit on Sanders though.
That's right. Oh, him and MLK. That's what you gonna find.
Yeah, I was about to say.
all you
Yeah.
Nope. Sanders, what? He got arrested for civil disobedience, marching with Dr. King
Yes.
in like Birmingham and shit.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that's my
Shots
dude.
fired.
I'm conservative. I don't buy Bernie Sanders socialist bullshit at all. But I said it in 2016, and I'll say it again. I'd be happy to have the man as president as a placeholder while the Republicans get their shit together and give us another moderate we can stomach.
And the only thing about Sanders that kind of worries me is if he doesn't have Warren for a VP, or if Warren doesn't go and have him for a VP,
either way.
I feel like whoever the VP is just not gonna be on the same page,
Right.
the same way. You know what I mean?
Right.
The same way. And that's the only thing that worries me because like when you put yourself way out there on the island, you know what I'm saying? You're just you
he's
have
going-
all your own ideas,
Right.
And like let's say you get the whole country to go with it. What other politician? You're on an island out there.
Yeah.
What other person like? And they agree. Like,
Yeah, that's well, I mean, shit, man. Hillary Clinton, when she was running in 2016,
I do not like that
ran
one.
much further left than she would have because Bernie forced her there.
Right.
And this is something that a lot
That
of
was enjoyable.
This is something that a lot of centrist and especially conservative pundits are talking about. Is
Right.
the fact that the Democratic Party has gone so far left
off of one guy.
off of one guy. But I mean, it's bad. It's bad for the Democratic Party because shit. You got a bunch of baby boomers that vote that are Democrats that
Right.
don't want to hear this socialist bullshit.
They don't.
They're not into it.
They've been raised to the
Yeah,
socialist
exactly.
bullshit.
Yeah, well, and you can't blame them. I mean, hell, when they went through it, I mean, imagine going through the Red Scare and McCarthyism
Right,
and all that
right.
shit and the witch hunts
Right.
and everything else. You know, I mean, what was the old saying is better dead than red.
Right.
You know,
right.
like
Damn.
this is the same thing that Julian Castro is running, and I was like, man, I actually kind of like you, Julian, but your last name's Castro and you're Cuban.
Right.
You're never going to be president
It's not
of the
gonna
United States.
happen.
It's not happening.
No,
over here.
not
Yeah,
a fucking
I'm sorry.
chance. Dude.
You saw the shit Obama caught for the last name
His
Obama.
middle name was Hussein.
Yeah,
What
right.
did he catch for that? Now he's a secret Muslim.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got footage of him carrying around the Quran, and
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
and that, but you're definitely not carrying the vote named Castro.
now
If they hit another WikiLeaks and they screw Bernie, I'm definitely voting Trump, dude.
But why would they? I mean, how would they? I mean, first of all, like I just said before, I think Bernie's probably the only person we have really on a national stage who's a truly honest person.
yeah,
No.
Like who is
Yeah.
not full of
That's
shit.
what I like.
right, and
That's
that's
what I'm saying.
We have two types of old people. We have the old one that's like going down the hill, Biden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like
yeah,
you're a little
he's-
too old.
he's way down
but
the hill.
I feel like Bernie is that old uncle that rants when he gets a little bit too drunk at the party. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
Like no matter what topic you give him, he's just gonna bring it back around to what he wants to rant about anyway.
Right.
When in the
We
fuck-
need that guy.
When the fuck did this country ever want to have a president who's the weird drunken uncle that rants? You know, like, well, I guess we just did it with Donald Trump. Like now we want that? Like no, fuck that.
I think FDR was probably that type of person too. He just didn't have as
Well,
much
not at
publicity.
first, but FDR was in that office for 24 years.
Dude, I think that
No,
like
he wasn't 24. But either way,
Yeah.
well, almost. But
when I listen, most people might not like this. I'm sorry to the veterans that listen. When I listen to the Pearl Harbor address, when he's like, we have nothing to fear but fear itself.
Yeah.
To me, that sounds like that old guy that's just like, you want to fight? All right, we can have a fight. We can. You want to go? Let's fucking go.
Right.
It sounds like he went like
agree,
this
but-
right beforehand, like. There's nothing to fear.
and I mean, hell, maybe. But the main thing there is that's what the country needed to hear.
All right.
Yo,
Yes.
we got our shit together.
Fast.
That was like pre 9/11.
Was
You
it
know.
took a day to get Congress to declare war against Japan and Germany?
Right.
Like a day?
A day.
Yeah, no, they fucked up.
And then
you
ships
know,
were-
and Adolf Hitler's ass was over there like Tojo.
Nine?
Tojo did what? What? He attacked America?
Yeah.
What
So,
in the fuck is wrong with you, boy?
the only time we've been that
He
that
bombed
ready
on
to
America?
fight was 9/11 in my lifetime. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
well, I mean, shit, 9/11 was such a convoluted, crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he had to cut himself back from what he wanted to say.
Yeah, but for real though, you're
wanna say
right.
it?
You're right.
No,
Like,
I know. I don't want you to say it.
When
No, no.
when it came down to it though, like come September 12th, we were all on board, right?
Right.
All of us were like, "Fuck them cats,
Yeah.
get them." You know, like I mean, we had a common cause to rally around.
Right.
Now, Dick Cheney and crew and a lot of other dumb shit happened, and
Yeah.
we implemented the Patriot Act, which is a terrible fucking idea.
Yep, sure. Was.
Yeah, we sure did that.
That shit
And
still
then
scares
not
me.
only that, but I mean, we just did all kinds of dumb shit. I mean,
Yeah.
now all of a sudden,
As a lawyer, does the Patriot Act violate shit?
all day, every day, dude.
Yeah.
Hang on. What? Yeah, due process out the ass.
Right.
But I mean,
all they
at
have
the
to
same
do is
time-
suspect you of terrorist activity, and all your rights are like, whoop,
Just
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. Try sharing 2 of 3 names with the worst domestic terrorist in America, man.
whoop. Do it one time. Whoop. You know, you gotta throw the hand.
Oh,
Whoop.
But seriously, there was actually just a decision that came out. That came out the other day, and I don't remember which district federal court it came out of, but there is a freelance journalist who lives in Syria.
Right.
He's from New York, like he's born in New York, grew up in New York and Bronx, but he's Muslim.
Right.
And he has moved to Syria, and he interviews, jihadist fighters, shit like that.
Right.
Whatever. He suspects, because of 5 near misses, that he's on the drone kill list. An American citizen.
Oh wow.
Now, and 5 times he's barely survived drone strikes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so he is sued, and all he wanted to do was find out if he's on the drone kill list and to raise an issue with that based on due process, saying
Right.
that, like, dude, you're trying to execute me. I'm an American citizen.
Right.
You know, like,
just do that.
and so the government just ruled against him and said that state secrets outweigh all of this. So even if you're on the kill list, it's not your business to know it. Sucks. I hate it for you.
Wow. The kill list.
Yeah,
You know,
we do have a named kill list.
I wonder why we chose drones as the way to eliminate people.
Because it's the best way to do it.
No, I think biologically, like
You know, I mean,
biological
shit.
warfare.
Yeah, we can't do biological
whoa,
warfare.
gentlemen,
There's the Geneva
gentlemen.
Convention only.
Gentlemen, I think we have a good debate going here.
Uh-oh.
All right, what's your case for biological? What's your case for drone strikes?
I mean, if I'm gonna assassinate somebody, because essentially that's what you're doing.
But
with
what
a kill
about
list.
collateral damage, though?
I mean, a drone strike?
Yeah.
That was drone strike.
A little higher with
Oh,
that
I was
drone
holding a baby standing outside, got caught by a
that's
city
not
camera.
Hellfire missile.
Yeah, Hellfire missile.
That's like a building. If you're in that a biological, that can a mile away. Like
No, look.
that could be
Wait,
like
wait,
motherfuckers
wait,
in Mount
Wait, hold
Pleasant.
on.
I want to ask a question.
Suge Knight killed Eazy-E biologically.
He did.
With what?
Okay. With
And
the
we-
HIV,
and we
in an
saw-
interview, he was like,
yes.
it's kind of like if you just get in a fight with somebody and you prick them with that
Yeah,
HIV.
but yeah. So okay, you do that, but you have to get close to these people to do that. I mean, how the fuck you getting close to some Afghani insurgent, right? Like, how are you going to get somebody close enough to stab with a needle?
Put it in context.
I mean, the nigga gotta go shopping
the Russians are good
sometimes.
at that shit, but they're doing it to other people in Europe. Like, you see it in the airport and shit.
Right.
These guys live in fucking caves. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you going to prick them with something?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they look different than everybody.
Yeah, not
you
only
can't
that,
just show up and blend in.
Insurgents who are major war fighters for ISIS, for Al Qaeda, things like that. These people specifically blend in with communities. That's what they do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
how the
obviously
fuck are
they've
you gonna get
ID'd him
somebody-
5 times.
They tried.
Yeah,
They
they tried.
They tried. Yeah, I mean, every time a drone strike happened, like a Hellfire missile hit something,
Right.
he was close by, it didn't kill him. He got out
That's
of the way.
true. That's true.
And so, like, obviously sweating for his life, like, while he's just out here trying to be a journalist.
Yeah.
You know, like, literally, I mean, yes, he does coordinate a lot with terrorists and whatnot,
But
but
that
he's
doesn't mean
interviewing them and documenting this shit.
Yeah, that
right?
doesn't mean he's
Right.
partaking and
Yeah,
helping them
that's what I'm
develop
saying.
strategies.
It's like no one's
Right.
trying to kill Christina Amanpour or whatever.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, no one's got Geraldo Rivera in their fucking sights.
Because nobody's trying to kill him for the empty Al Capone vault.
Right,
Do
right.
y'all remember the Al Capone vault?
Yeah.
The empty.
Yeah.
How is he still in news right now?
that wasn't the worst thing he did. My favorite was I think it was during the Afghanistan movements, like early on September 11th, where he drew a map in the sand, like on live TV, showing where our troops are and shit.
Yeah,
No, they kicked his ass off of air for like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
no, man. Dude's giving
Okay,
away
so-
highly classified, like, troop movements. Like, just drawing in the sand, talking.
With a
Like, okay, our guys are over here. You know, like,
Right, right.
fucking
idiot.
Geraldo Rivera. What a
Fucking idiot, dude. Every goddamn time. I like him though.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, man, those drone strikes, what I was talking about with that, like, I'm all for your little biological warfare idea,
I'm just
but I'm
saying.
saying, and I'm not supporting drone strikes either like this.
No, either one. The WhoDat podcast does not support
Obama
either
done
one of these.
fucked us up with these drone strikes.
Right, right.
Obama cranked that shit through the roof. Dude, that became soup du jour. Like, that was every day.
Right.
Drone strikes. 560 a year or something like that.
Yeah, I
And,
don't know.
I mean,
Yes.
I'd say 25%
Yes.
innocent death rate.
Right, right.
Yeah, like, just-
Collateral.
Yeah, but you know, it doesn't
Motherfucker,
involve
dude.
our soldiers, so that's good.
Right,
You know,
that's
like,
true.
That's cool, but we're just
Life is life. Man.
Yeah,
we're
life
just,
is
but we're
life,
just
huh?
killing people.
You just
Yeah.
Whatever.
Just
No one gives a damn. They're
it's
over
just
there in
numbers on the
sandbox.
screen.
Right.
Yep.
I think Stalin said it best. One person dies is a tragedy. 1 million people die. It's just a number. And like, so if the number's higher, if it's like 25% innocent kill rate, well, how many is 25%?
I don't know, 50,000.
Yeah, then
Right.
Yeah,
it's,
who gives a shit?
exactly.
I mean,
Throw a different name on them.
the
you know what I'm
UN,
saying?
and I
They're
don't, have this,
insurgents.
I don't have this number in front of me, but the UN estimates that we've killed, since the war in Iraq, we've killed some 200,000 innocent people.
Yeah,
200,000.
yeah.
200,000 people.
200,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
Innocent people.
That's a lot of people.
That is almost 100 9/11s.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a way to look at it.
So, let's change gears a little bit
Yeah.
here.
The baby dropped the album.
Yeah, the baby did drop it. The baby dropped an album. Young M.A. dropped an album. Kevin Gates dropped an album.
Kanye West was supposed to drop an album on Friday,
And
the
did not.
27th. If you're listening to this, today is the 29th, and it's supposed to be coming out today. If any of our viewers are watching, Google to see if it came out yet. It's supposed to be coming out like right now.
Yeah, maybe it's out. Maybe it's out. I haven't checked
It might be
today.
out right now for real.
I had shit I had to do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
Which one did you review? Which one did you
I
listen
listened to the baby Kirk, and then I listened to Kevin Gates. Man, that's one of my favorite artists of all time. I'm him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's one of my favorite stuff. We both
Oh,
Aquarius.
yeah, that album is hot as hell.
It's so fucking good.
Y'all talking about Gates?
Yeah, Gates is good. But this what he
No,
does on
man,
albums.
it's a good album.
This is what he
I'll
does
stand
on
by that all
albums.
day
If
long.
people keep up with Gates with his on what he does with his mixtapes and his albums,
Right.
His albums have more melodies, more singy stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Melodic rap.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
And his mixtapes is just him just fucking
Going ham.
Yeah.
rapping nonstop for 4
Right,
minutes.
Here's what I like. I liked it. I liked a couple tracks on it a lot. What I didn't like is he didn't have not one feature in it, which.
And that's what I'm saying, man.
Like I love when Gates and All Star on, because I don't hear enough All Star anymore. You know what I mean?
NYB is a classic. Though.
Yeah,
I already know which one you talking about.
So like for no All Star to pop up on there, I was like, oh man. But I mean, it's his album, and so. But I like a little mixture in there. You know what I'm saying?
I feel the exact same way. I felt like. Because for his first album, Isla, he had no features.
Right.
And because he just wanted to see if he could do it by himself.
Right.
And I respect that. Your debut album, you just want to know I can stand on my own.
Right.
So then you get locked up. You get out. He put out 3 projects, like EPs, mixtapes.
Right.
Still no features.
Right.
Not a fucking feature anywhere.
How you gonna do big stage without features?
Without it, and once again,
somebody get in here and have some fun.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, no. All right, you just got out of the pen. You probably had a lot of these already written. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So you didn't need a feature. You probably had all your verses already written. So I'm thinking album time, you for sure got to get somebody on there with you. You're not gonna do like the first album. It's not the first album. You already went platinum by yourself.
Right.
You're gonna get somebody on there with you.
Somebody.
No features again. I'm like, and I love Gates, but dude, get somebody in there. Like, imagine the way that Gates raps if he got Eminem on some shit.
Right,
and they could just go verse for verse.
Sure,
so like,
sure.
You know how you rap bar for bar, how they switch up and shit.
Right. But ask Jay-Z about that, man. You want to be careful about him.
Yeah.
You're about to get overshadowed.
You are. But at least, you know what I mean?
But somebody.
Get somebody.
You could, hell, there's how many people are in the game that you could just fuck with? Like,
right.
Just somebody who's really on that level, like fucking Logic or Hobson or any, I mean,
I feel like
somebody
Kendrick and Eminem on this and Andre 3000 are in this.
Andre
shit,
for
man.
sure.
Even Anderson .Paak brought Andre 3000 in for.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Anderson .Paak is dope.
I really wish there was a little bit more features, man.
So this is what I don't understand either. Gates they have their own record label. What, Breadwinners?
Breadwinner Association, BWA.
But I mean, he got one artist signed?
No, he got BWA Kane, then there's OG Booby Black, then he got a DJ, there's BWA Ron, then I think he got one more person, but the only person that really like just be putting stuff out on a consistent basis is OG Booby Black.
Right.
The dude that be with him got the one arm.
Oh, I know. That's what I was talking about, the one artist.
But it's just him and Gates, the only ones that be like real consistent.
There's a lot of talent.
Did you just call that cat the one armist?
That's
awesome. Yeah. No, that's fantastic.
You don't need both arms.
We gotta go viral just based on that.
Yeah.
The one armist.
Yeah. But I feel like there's a lot of talent out here in the streets and that they can, you can bring on a little bit more than that. Maybe he doesn't want to, but I just feel like there's so much more out there than
me. I just perform.
Here it is. Sign me.
Sign me. I just perform. I killed it last night, Gates.
But he was going to be on your feature anyway. You just cutting him in.
Right.
Just giving him a paycheck. Like, here's $25,000. Get on this song. Like,
come on, just jump on. I got you, man. I'll do it for free. I won't.
So, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. It's like, man, I can't rap for shit. But I'll tell you what. Give me $25,000. I'm gonna put you on with like at least 8 bars. Are gonna be hot.
Yeah.
I got some Dr. Seuss for your ass. The baby had Kevin Gates. I'm sorry.
Yes, I saw that. The baby had Kevin Gates featured on his shit.
Yeah.
Why didn't you put that nigga on your shit?
Man. Thank you.
Yes.
So which project did you like the most?
So I listened to Young M.A., I listened to Kevin Gates, I listened to the baby. Here's the thing, like everybody is on board with the baby, and the baby, it's cool. I like it. I like the charisma and the tracks and everything like that.
Watch your step though, because I stand for the man. I like this shit a lot.
I feel like the street cred outweighs the music in a way though. A lot of people fuck with him because of the street cred because he caught that body at Walmart,
Yeah.
But
and he beat that man ass in the Louis store.
I mean.
Have y'all seen him?
Yeah, I did see that.
I haven't seen that one, no.
He beat a man's ass while recording himself.
Yeah, he was live.
That is awesome.
He beat a man's ass in the Louis Vuitton store. Look,
Right.
check this out. Irony. The dude was there to get a belt, right? To buy a Louis belt.
Yeah.
Saw the baby, start egging him on. The baby beat his ass so bad that his pants fell down.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I'm sorry, keep going, man. I'm sorry.
Beat you.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
the
it's
next
good.
face
It's good.
fell
Here's the thing about Young M.A.'s project. There's a lot of tracks there,
Yes.
but nothing stood out. And I kind of felt the same way about the Baby's album.
Nothing stood out.
Nothing stood out to the point where it really, like,
Wow.
it went to a playlist. Nothing went to a playlist.
Yeah. No. Oh,
You know what
I like
I
the way
mean?
you put that.
Yeah,
Nothing
no,
was
that's
like, oh,
fair.
that's definitely going on this playlist.
No, man.
Gates at least got facts sent to the playlist.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the other two... Now, don't get me wrong. The Baby's album is a solid album. Young M.A.'s, it kind of just keeps going and going, and it's not
I was expecting
anything.
more from her, for real.
Yeah?
Because she made us wait. You remember the girl that had that Ooh song like 2 years
You know
ago?
who Young M.A. is? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man.
So she finally put out her album. Like, you know, she blew up like 2 years
Right.
ago.
Yeah,
but
You
I
call her
didn't hear this
Stephanie.
yet,
I call her Heffany.
Yeah, that shit was dope, though.
Like, this shit was hard.
Yeah.
So you make us wait 2 years, though, after that, to do your album. And I can understand you got put together for a body of work.
Right.
But you motherfucking better wow me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, bitch, you ain't Tool.
Right.
you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
spend-
Tool did drop an album.
So you
It's
can't-
fantastic.
You can't spend 13 years making your fans wait for an album and then like put out fucking gold.
Yeah,
That new Tool album, Fear Inoculum, was, I mean, a masterpiece.
Right.
I
An
need to-
absolute masterpiece.
I need to listen to this because I was in the studio when I was doing a crunch time for
Right,
the show.
right.
I'm in the studio and I'm recording. There's a chick in there. She's drunk, and she just kept on fucking mentioning Tool. She was like, "Do you know Tool?" I was like, "I don't know any tools. I didn't bring any
You
tools."
need a
with
hammer?
me."
What you-
I
what
was
you
like,
looking
like
for?
legit. Like I'm in there
Right.
smoking. I'm smoking it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
No,
Like, why do you
I
keep
don't know.
talking
you
about?
talking about conspiracy theories and shit? You need to listen to Tool.
Am I?
Yeah, and I'm
Is
just
this Tool time? Am I Al Boylan? Like,
what the fuck are you talking about? She was like, it's a great band. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, no, you would love them. I was like, what? She's like, no, you need to listen to Tool. And the whole time, like, I'm doing my own thing. I'm recording. So I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I just put it out my mind. But the fact you guys brought it up, who the fuck is Tool?
Okay, Tool is like a prog like metal band.
Okay.
Shit, they've been around since at least the 90s.
That's what they was telling me.
But yeah, so they became
so they waited
famous.
13?
Oh, dude, but what them and Rage Against the Machine basically were like the two defining prog rock bands of their time.
Okay.
But they became infamous for the fact that they don't put albums out really.
right.
Like,
And then also,
how long did they make us wait for 10,000 days? Is like,
another thing they were against, let me jump in here real quick, is they were also against streaming their albums because they felt like it would just like take a song from here and there, and that they felt like their albums was one big art piece that was to be listened from beginning to end.
yep, and that's how they design their albums.
Yeah. Now,
Wow.
the funny thing is, you couldn't find it on Spotify or anything for a long time.
They refused to let that shit
Right.
go.
Then they waited. They let their fans wait all this time, and then they just released everything on Spotify. Just like,
Yeah, like 2 weeks
Yeah.
or so before they
Yeah.
dropped the album, the new album. But I mean, again, their album before this, 10,000 Days, came out in 2006, I think.
yeah,
They made us wait 13 years for another album. 13 years, dude.
yeah. And then they dropped Fire, so it was good. They also-
Like, I had a kid.
Right.
but right before the album,
He's in the
came out,
4th
they,
grade right now.
everyone talked for like 2 years, the last 2 years, about when this album's gonna come out. No one's releasing a release date, whatever. They announced a release date, and like 3 days later, they're like, "Oh, hey, by the way, our entire catalogs are about to stream this shit.
Yeah, we're finally releasing
We're putting it
everything.
all on iTunes. Like everybody's got it.
You know what
happened?
happened?
Spotify.
That money prize.
You want to know
Man,
what
what?
happened? Somebody walked in on a meeting, had the band in there with all them artistic asses. And I understand, I'm an artist, I get it. So they're all in there, artistic minded and everything. Like, no, we're gonna stand for the whole collection. Somebody in there with the numbers and when everybody else doing
Right,
streams
right.
came in, set them up on the tables like fuck everything your artistic mind wants to do.
Right.
Here's
right.
the money.
Like,
Here's
bitch,
the
you
bottom
gotta get you some
line.
money.
Here's what it
These
is.
are the numbers Bad Baby is doing. Yes.
But at the same time, like Tool had A Perfect Circle was their other band.
Yeah, they had
Yeah,
like
another band,
like a
like-
sister band. Well, not sister band.
Yeah, pretty much. Though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Almost everybody was in
what?
it.
Yeah, I got into Perfect Circle before I got into Tool. Then I got into Tool. Like,
Wait, so is Perfect Circle had the same members or something?
Yeah.
yeah, not all.
Not all of them, but like the singer's the same guy. Maynard,
Yeah.
Maynard Keenan, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah,
I forgot his name. But,
yeah.
So
but-
on
you
his
can
off
do
time.
that. You can do that. When you're in
Yeah,
a rock
oh,
band,
yeah.
you can do shit like that.
Wow.
You
Yeah,
could be like,
so-
yeah, I'm the guitarist for Rage Against the Machine, but I'm also the
yeah, Tom
guitarist.
Morello. Yeah, like Tom Morello. Like, I mean, he's got his own band. He's got his
Right.
own solo.
Zach
shit.
Wild.
Yeah, exactly. Like, whatever, dude.
And so,
You cannot do that in the hip hop community.
no, you can't be a part of.
Yeah, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Goody Mob, Dungeon Family.
Ooh!
Outcast, Andre 3000, CeeLo. Like, what are you
Ooh,
talking
this
about? Yes,
man.
you can. I'm doing it off of one fucking squad.
Fucking
Yes,
you,
the fuck you
yes,
can.
you
Yes, you
are
can.
fucking right.
You sure
Damn
can.
it. And in my head, before I said you can't do that, in my mind, I did a quick check like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
And then,
I was actually-
and then out of nowhere, you was just like, I'd be damned. Goody
I was
Mob.
actually, we were talking about songs that get stuck in your head. Yesterday, I woke up and I was telling my girlfriend Carter this. Yesterday, I woke up with CeeLo's Child's Play with Ludacris.
Right.
Stuck in my head, like just blasting in my head. Like I'm still trying to sleep. It's early in the morning. I'm over
But
here.
now
just
you gotta
like,
hear it.
Yes, I'm the best. You know, like just I'm just fucking jamming to it in my head. Like, and I had to listen to it all
have to.
damn day.
You got to, man.
I had to. I was blowing me up. I hadn't heard that song in probably a decade, but like I'm still remembering all the lyrics. And I'm just like,
And quiet as kept, Ludacris is one of the most underrated great MCs ever.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Ludacris is the way his flows, everything fits a rhyme scheme. Everything
just-
makes sense. No words are made up. It tells the story all at the same time.
and it's his delivery.
Yes,
that's
the
what it is.
delivery.
It's like when he's dropping the end of the couplet.
Yeah.
that shit
Bro.
smacks every time.
Every
Yeah.
time, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, that one intro, man, I was way too young. But just hearing, I got permission to put your mama in a headlock.
Lock, yeah.
Reversed and put me in the figure 4 leg lock. Yeah. Bruh, I was like, who the fuck is he?
It's everything he delivers, every couplet. Like,
Yeah.
it's the end of that second
second
rhyme.
bar?
Always
Bah.
just smacks, dude. It's
Yeah.
just- he's always there with it.
Dude, it was
That's what makes him iconic.
Ludacris, Snoop Dogg, Sticky Fingers, and Eminem were my top like 4. Of course, Tupac. So my top 5. That was my top 5 for like the longest. Ludacris and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
I was just in my mind. I was like, there's nobody killing them.
At the same time, I was over here listening to Goody Mob and shit. And I was over here listening to CeeLo when CeeLo was rapping.
Y'all
Yes.
sleeping on Busta Rhymes. Busta
Yo,
Rhymes.
Oh, no,
right
anybody
about that.
sleep?
You're
Wait a
absolutely
minute.
Right about
Yeah.
that.
Bro, ain't nobody sleep on
Look,
Busta.
if y'all want to hear an excellent piece of music, hold on. If y'all want to hear an excellent piece of music, please go listen to Busta Rhymes. On the track, it'll say Busta Rhymes, Kanye West. It'll say Lil Wayne and Q-Tip, but really only Busta Rhymes and Q-Tip rap on that track.
And that's all that's needed.
Yeah, and the song is called Thank You. So if you want to listen to a fine piece of, you want to hear people that's spitting, listen to that track. Them niggas is spitting on that track, okay?
Busta doesn't fuck around.
Yeah.
It was I can't remember what the collab was. Somebody put a Busta album with, I think, some video game music or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that shit is
Was it, you talking about the Ocarina of Rhyme?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the
That shit's
Ocarina
so
of Rhyme.
fire. Yes.
They took the Zelda music and they mixed it with some Busta Rhyme track. It's called the Ocarina of Rhyme from the game, the Ocarina
That shit
of Time.
is so fire. That whole album is so fire.
Yeah, that's a fire mashup album, and
I gotta hear
then
that.
the Jay-Z and the
Linkin
Beatles.
Park.
Oh yeah,
The
that
Beatles,
was the
the
Gray
Danger
album.
Mouse did the Gray album.
The Gray
But that's how
Good
Danger
luck
Mouse-
finding it, though.
That's
It
how
gets-
Danger Mouse got with CeeLo, and we got Gnarls Barkley.
Yes,
Yep,
that's
that's
true.
because CeeLo heard the Gray album and was like, "This is hot as shit." I need
Yeah,
this
it was
to
hot.
find
It was hot
Came
as
from the
fuck.
Gray album?
Yep. CeeLo heard that shit and like he'll tell you all about it. He was like, "Yo, I didn't know who this cat was." Danger Mouse hot as shit. He was like, "I heard the Gray album," and I was like, "I need to collab with this dude."
Yeah.
And so they did, and that's how Gnarls Barkley was born.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Right.
Speaking of fire ass collabs, Gnarls Barkley.
Yeah.
Like Crazy was good, but man, there's so many.
so many.
Look, I played my daughter some of the music from that, and she was like, "What is this?"
I knew it.
She was. She said,
Transformer
"What
was
is
my favorite.
Yeah.
That was my shit.
CeeLo Green, period, man.
Yeah.
What about this track you did with Don Tripp when they put him on there on the what was it? Is it Letter to My Son or what's the name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Letter to My Son.
That's oh my goodness.
Yeah, speaking of Dungeon Family and mothership, my jam that will forever be my jam to this day is Trans DF Express.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you guys don't know that, just look up Trans DF Express on YouTube. Make sure you do the dirty version. You might want to type dirty.
Yeah.
But
Don't
like
just take
it
the plain
is.
version.
Holy shit! It's CeeLo, Big Boy, Andre 3000. I mean, it's basically half of Goody Bomb, which is the Dungeon Family.
Yeah.
That shit is so hot.
Yeah. Okay.
I got it.
CeeLo throws out one of my
Express.
favorite lines ever, where he says, "I am the one and only son of a machine gun." And that's basically how the song actually starts with Kim Ryan and CeeLo. CeeLo opens that bitch, and he's just killing it.
Yeah.
Man, Goody Mob's whole Soul Food album just like makes me a better person.
Right.
All right, wait. Back to the actual the album reviews of what's coming out later.
Yeah, sorry about that, gentlemen.
No, I mean that was great. Y'all need to go look up Thank You, Trans DF Express, Charles Barkley.
No, Gnarls Barkley.
Oh yeah, what'd I say?
Charles Barkley. Hey, which, if you Google Charles Barkley, you will not be disappointed with that either.
You will probably see some wild ass.
Yeah, Googling Charles Barkley will also be entertaining as fuck, okay?
Speaking of somebody who's got Alzheimer's.
Right. Look, y'all, what about, I want y'all, if y'all get a chance, I want y'all to Google, what is that? What is the track with Shaquille O'Neal and Big Pun?
Lyrical.
Was it Lyrical Fit? No, Lyrically Fit?
Lyrically Fit.
Fit. My mind was
type in
blown.
Shaq, Big Pun, and it'll come up.
Yes, I was like, Big Pun did a track with Shaq? Like,
yeah, no, not only that, Shaq killed that shit.
yeah.
Which is hilarious to me. It was kind of like when Nicki Minaj killed Monster too, though. I'm sure. Kanye.
It
wrote
surprised
that for her.
me.
Yeah.
I'm sure that someone wrote that shit for Shaq. Shaq ain't write that fucking verse.
Well, no, Shaq didn't have terrible. It was just, the idea was Shaq.
But
That
it
was bad.
But it was better when Shaq was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was better than the shit Shaq put out. That track was hot.
But Shaq, another track he's got a track with Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah, and that track is slick bumping too.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
Biggie
funny.
wrote that verse for me.
Yeah.
You gotta show love to people.
I know, like,
I got you. But it's the same thing with Nicki again. Like Nicki Minaj had that dope.
what you saying? You want me to do these
but
bars
hey.
like this?
How many other people have songs with Big Pun and
Notorious B.I.G.
I can answer that question. Jay-Z does.
Yeah.
You got a song with Big Pun?
Yeah, fuck yeah. What was the name of that song?
I have to look it up. I don't
Oh my
know.
God, I didn't know he had a song with Big Pun.
Yeah,
see.
bro. Oh, man.
Jay got a song with Big Pun, yo.
Let me
What?
see here.
Wait. Yeah.
I need more in my
I
life.
might be fucking up. Might have been Big L and Jay-Z.
Jay-Z
He
is
did have a track with him, though.
Big Pun.
No,
Oh, this might be some
Genius.
beef.
There it is. Oh, no.
Is it Genius?
No.
No. That's no. Let's go to YouTube. Y'all just keep talking. And I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah. And I could be wrong about that, and I want to correct myself because I know that Jay-Z and Big L had a freestyle battle. That
Oh
was
my
hot.
God, yes.
That shit was hot. But
It's one of those classic, like you
man,
just
I felt like
talked
Big Pun
about.
and Jay-Z had a song.
Jay-Z has
together.
been part of a lot of like those iconic you hear abouts. Have you ever heard about the battle between him and DMX before they were both signed?
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
No, there is no
No,
tracks.
that's not. No, yeah, I was thinking of Big
No
L.
tracks.
And then there it is at the bottom too. But that shit was.
Yeah.
It was Big L, man. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Hey, yo, Big L though.
That Big L was hot as shit too.
You fuckers online don't know about Big L. Y'all don't know about no Big L. And I bet not see no comments trying to talk about, oh yeah, I know. No, you fucking don't.
You
Nah,
don't.
man, yeah. I was hot with it.
Bro. I mean, just, this past week,
Okay.
I went on a Wu-Tang binge.
Okay. Oh, watching the show?
I watched the documentary,
Right.
the 4-part documentary.
How was the
I
documentary?
haven't done that yet. Was it good?
Bruh, it's amazing. I cried.
Really?
You cried?
Oh, I did not know how much I loved Old Dirty Bastard until I had to look back because I remember seeing his MTV special when he got out of jail.
Right.
And I remember like my cousins playing his album and everything and all
Yeah,
that.
my dude's over here now, just like crying and singing to himself.
Bro,
Hey.
but as they tell the story, they tell the story of the whole Wu-Tang, right?
Right.
So what they did was his getting out of jail, leaving Wu-Tang, signing with Rockefeller, you know, he was Dirk McGurk and everything.
Yeah, yeah,
and him
yeah.
passing away. Behind the scenes, that coincided with the exact same time everybody left Wu-Tang Records.
Oh wow.
So the same time that they're showing like the old MTV footage of him on the phone arguing like, no, I want out of my contract. They got the interviews of RZA like, yeah, Method Man left.
Yeah,
then
but he's like,
Ghostface
fuck
went
it,
out.
no.
Then it cuts back to you hear the audio of ODB. And then after that whole episode, and this is not a spoiler, so don't worry. But after that whole episode of them, like that cut of back and forth, then it's like, then you know we get word. They found him face down in the studio. And then it just hits you like,
Damn.
oh shit, what, he died right after that shit? Like, fuck. But it's amazing. Then I start watching the show, which is on Hulu, the Wu-Tang side.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They're going to win awards, man.
You think
You
so?
think so?
Oh, my God, yes. They're definitely getting some Emmys.
Yeah.
Definitely. For TV shows. And this makes me feel good to know that Wu-Tang getting some awards. But I'm so sure. Because it's based on a true story.
Right.
They have animation involved in it.
Right.
It's musical.
Right.
And it tells a story of like, you know,
Just
minorities, the other side of the tracks,
Right.
coming from poverty
Yeah.
type thing. It's just too many elements in it for it to not. I'm confused on how there was ever a Wu-Tang at fucking all, period. They almost killed each other 4 times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit, dude. Yeah.
Dude, like, they.
Well, I mean,
the
that's-
fact that they're even friends, there's some shit that where I
No,
wouldn't even. There's
yeah.
no coming back. Like,
Yeah. This is why you got Only Built for Cuban Links.
Yeah.
Which is my fucking album.
That's the
I actually
shit.
went. I was going to tell that was that they did the 20th anniversary of that.
Cuban
Ghostface and
Links?
Raekwon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to that shit in Nashville.
for real.
Dope. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
That shit was so good.
Golly.
They like
That's what
the
I need in
whole
my
album
life.
out too, like the whole thing. It was so good.
Fuck. You know what got me more into the Only Built for Cuban Links? When he came back a few years ago and he did 2. Mm-hmm. And I of course, everybody knows the legend of Raekwon the chef. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, he's just a legend. So, like, I heard the Only Built for Cuban Links 2. That was the first time I just listened to the like a Raekwon project all the way through.
Right.
And I was just like,
Damn.
oh my God. This is the sequel? I gotta go back and find the first one.
Right.
And then that took
Then
me
you get Ghostface with it too, though.
a whole album featuring a whole other artist.
Yeah.
Like,
Yup.
dude.
Yeah.
And then it just elevated everything for me. And that's when I really went down the rabbit hole.
No, man, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Ghostface.
It's one of the
I
most
always
intricate
hesitate to
rappers.
choose one of my favorite members of Wu-Tang. Because ODB always does it for me just because I like his gangster shit. Like,
That gangsta
ODB was my shit.
Ooh, baby, I like you raw.
But Ghostface consistently over the last 20, 30 years has just laid hot fire.
Whether you
want
want to go from Iron Man all the way up to what's my project? Fish Scale.
Yeah.
You remember Fish Scale? Fucking classic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. He's always laid down
Just-
shit.
Just damn it, he's good.
I mean, everybody knows, Method shit, you know.
Right. Right.
And like,
Yeah, Ray.
and, I mean, no disrespect, I love Method.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Ghostface and ODB are my two guys.
my guy.
Like,
But going in that rabbit hole, man, you know who's my favorite member? Well, ODB. Off rip. Off rip is ODB. But
Yeah.
favorite living member? Jizzle.
yeah,
Liquid Swords
yeah, boy.
is a testament to lyrics, knowledge, and production.
Right.
My God, man. My God, man. My God. I bought it, and then this is how much I love it. I bought it, switched Apple IDs, and bought it again. That shit is amazing.
This reminds me of that Chris Rock shit off the Kanye album, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy or whatever.
Oh.
Where he's like, I'm gonna shoot the bootlegger. That's how good this man got me feeling. About the album.
About the album. He said,
I'm gonna shoot a bootlegger.
who put new sofas in this pussy?
Yeah.
Yeezy did it. I gotta thank that nigga Yeezy.
Yeezy reupholstered my pussy.
Yeah, Yeezy this shit been reupholstered.
Yeah.
Who
Oh,
reupholstered
man.
this pussy?
Speaking of albums that are classics, start to finish, that's my favorite Kanye album.
Oh yes, by
Yeah.
far, by
That's
far.
it. That
By far,
that
though?
By far, yes.
Well, look, and I
By
love,
far?
By
I
far.
love College
By
Dropout.
far.
I love Late Registration. I like
That shit is
Graduation.
good.
But My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy
Yep.
was a fucking masterpiece.
It is.
Start to
It-
finish.
it is.
Put it
I'm with
on.
you.
Put it on. Let it happen, and that's it.
Yep.
Start
Between
to finish.
that one and 808s, bro.
808s is really good.
Yeah.
But
808s just
808s is its own
was-
kind of mood. But
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That, ooh, you
but
took
you
the
can fix that mood up like that.
I feel like My
Fantasy
Beautiful
was like
Dark
a-
Twisted Fantasy is the Graduation Kanye meets 808s, and then he just took a little break just to see how all this mixed together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then after that, he just got
And
experimental.
well, he followed it up. He followed it up with Jay-Z with Watch the Throne, which Watch the Throne is pretty good.
It's
There's a lot of bangers on it, but it's not one of those albums that you want to start to finish with.
yeah.
You know, like there's a couple songs I'm like, I'm just not gonna listen to that. You know,
Right.
fuck it. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
You know.
all right. Start to finish, I gotta give you My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is probably
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's one where it starts out, you just let it roll, and it can go
What's
all the way to
another
the
start
end.
finish
And
out.
Let's start.
Because My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is really fucking good.
well, I mean, how
start
much
to
time
finish.
you got? Because honestly, Life After Death is one that I would put out there.
Yeah.
I love
From
you.
one you could.
What was
start
it,
out with. Like the really
I
is.
Love You.
That's a long ass album.
But it don't fucking matter.
But yeah, but it bangs the whole way through.
No.
What's the
Oh,
Childish
man.
Gambino album with Redbone on it?
Awaken My Love.
Yeah.
From top to fucking bottom, man. Come on. Yes, man.
Carter and I went to that concert. It is the best concert I've ever been to in my life.
Wow.
Like hands down. Vince Staples opened for him, so that was
Oh,
tight too.
fuck
But
yes.
but no, the theatrics, like the light show, the shit going on, the show that he put on,
It's
like,
amazing.
that shit was incredible.
Nah, bro.
Start to finish, best
Do you-
concert I've
what-
ever been to.
Did he perform Baby Boy? When he was talking about his son?
Maybe.
Do you know the song I'm talking about?
I don't.
I hope everybody looks this up. It's the only song, because you know, like, women always make songs about like raising kids by themselves and stuff. It's the only song that I heard a man talk about the stress or the worry of not having his son around. You know what I'm saying? Of not being able to be in his life, that type of thing. And it was just it was such an interesting concept to me
I don't think he played that.
that I was like, whoa, I've never heard a dude like at least go on wax and make a whole song about it.
yeah.
And that's when he won me over. I was like, wow, you're not scared to be vulnerable at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that dude is fucking
Yeah,
good.
dude, no, man. Awaken My Love, that album.
Yeah.
That, speaking of, we were talking about the albums that are bangers, start to finish, classic.
Yep.
Put it on anytime you want.
Yep.
All right, I'm done. You know, fuck the next hour. Like, I listen to this album.
Right.
You want to hear some fucked up shit? So Awaken My Love, we all love it, right?
Right.
My mom, who put me on a P-Funk, Prince, all of this stuff. Just ignore it. It don't matter. Whoever's trying to call me, stop. Don't say it.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I
You
know.
were- You were talking about your mom, P-Funk, all that.
So it's put me on P-Funk, on Prince, on all old school. I didn't hear rap until I was 9.
Right.
so she put me on all this shit. I'm like, yo, Awaken My Love. Look it up. You'll love it. Right? You thinking in your head.
Yeah, duh.
She hates it.
Really?
She said it's just, she was like, it sounded like he was playing the whole time. She was like, he didn't take it far enough. She was like, it sounded like he was influenced by the old school, but he just ain't go all the way. I was like, what are you talking about? I like the very first song.
Number one, you can't go all the way anyway.
you know
It's
what?
2019.
But
She hated it.
I don't even. I feel bad because I'm about to say this, but I don't like your mama.
Oh no!
I don't know nothing about this woman, but that's the worst first impression I ever had. Put you on with the classics and shit, and you're like, yo.
And then I give you a
and then
classic.
put you on with the hottest shit to come out in the last few years.
Yo, and doesn't
And,
like
and
it.
doesn't like it.
She likes Redbone, and that's it.
Well, I mean, everybody likes rap.
like top
How
to
could you
bottom, doesn't like any of the albums.
It is a little avant-garde. So,
But I mean-
I'm trying to give your mom a little bit of credit.
But if you're the one that you're bumping fucking P-Funk and vacuuming.
Right.
It's not like she's listening to Frank Zappa and shit. It's not
Right.
that avant-garde. But I'm just saying. But yeah, no, that album is a little avant-garde in the idea that it's not always melodic. It's a lot of like, you got
to be there for it. You got to sit with it.
noise and things.
Has him and Anderson Paak made any tracks yet?
Oh my god!
I wish.
I don't think so, but
I don't think so. I think one of us will know that.
Look, that's one out. If they could do a collab album,
Yo,
that's something the world needs.
I don't have my phone on
And then
me.
I put that post up about how the world needs a
Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
collab album.
Yup. And
Yeah.
that's what and when you brought Bust up, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Is when you posted that shit, I was like, yes.
That would be great.
Yes.
The music videos alone would be the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The production.
Oh, yeah.
If Timbaland knew that Busta Rhymes and Missy was about to rap over whatever beat he made,
I don't even know where Timbaland's been, but he
Yo.
has to be.
oh, he's
dusting
still
off.
dropping shit. He's
he'll
still
be
dropping
dusting shit off. He'll be blowing
he-
off fucking albums, bro. He'll be sampling shit and man.
Definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, hands down.
Yeah.
But that was true.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
So, okay, look, we're going to change directions one more time for the last little section here. We got about 20 minutes left. We have an attorney here, so let's talk some attorney shit, okay?
All
Right.
You know?
All right. What do you guys want
Quick
to know?
question.
Go
I
ahead.
saw on Facebook on my timeline just yesterday. If police smell marijuana, does that give them enough probable cause to search?
Okay, that's a loaded question because probable cause isn't the standard they need to search your vehicle. You're talking about searching a vehicle, right?
Yes.
No, what they need is reasonable suspicion, which is
Okay.
a lower level than probable cause. And yes, that is enough reasonable suspicion. Which is bullshit.
Well, they're starting
because
to-
they're just gonna lie and just be like, "Yeah, I smell weed."
I think it was in Nevada?
That shit happens all the time. They do the same thing with DUIs. Oh, you smell like booze.
Right.
Step out the car.
You know, yeah,
Yes.
and bullshit. You know, like you
Right.
didn't smell anything. My favorite thing to do, and I don't want to give this game away too much for any law enforcement listening to this because I don't want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
My
go
favorite
ahead.
thing to do during hearings for this kind of stuff is when they say, "Oh, I smelled alcohol." I'm like, "Well, you realize that alcohol is odorless, right? It doesn't have a smell.
Right.
So, what kind of alcohol did you smell? Did you smell tequila? Did you smell gin? Did you
Right.
smell beer? You know,
Right.
what are you talking about? What kind of alcohol did you smell?
Yeah.
Right.
What did you say?
You said you smelled alcohol, but alcohol doesn't smell like anything. What are
Right.
you talking about? Like,
So
what
what
alcohol
did
did
you
you
smell?
smell?
Right. What brand? What was it?
Yeah, well, I don't need a brand, but
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
What
like,
kind did you
type-
smell?
You know,
Right.
like I mean,
Yeah.
whiskey smells very different from beer.
Right.
You know?
What did you smell?
Yeah,
That's
what
a
did you
good
smell?
question.
What kind of
That's
alcohol are you
great.
talking about?
What do you think?
Like that.
Throws them through a loop.
You think the best advice you could give from a legal counsel to our listeners right now is
No,
off
this is
the
fun
dome.
because we were talking about this video earlier. Hey, if you, or from a criminal law perspective specifically,
right,
but if you are in an interaction with any kind of cop or anything, and it may even be suspected you've done something wrong,
Right.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
No, I mean I'm serious. Like, shut the fuck
So
up.
how far do we take this? Shut the fuck up.
I mean, like, take it
All
the fucking way.
So let's hold on. Let's
cooperate with what people are doing. You know,
Okay.
like you don't want to, you know, if the cops like get out of the car, you don't want to sit there and try and fight them because I mean, hell, you might get your ass shot.
Right.
But you know, cooperate, but don't say anything.
Right.
You don't say shit.
right.
And if they really want to ask you a question and they want to keep pushing you with something, just say, "I'm not answering questions without my attorney present."
Right.
Boom, done. Don't say another word after that.
Right.
If you really feel the need, give them your name and your address.
Yeah.
And that's only if you feel the need.
Yeah, if you want to.
And
I mean, they're
after
gonna
that,
they're gonna end up taking your wallet off you or whatever and find out anyway. But
So-
give you know, if they ask your name, give them your name. But like, don't say anything else. You don't have to talk about where you're going. You know, cops like, where are you driving to? That's not your fucking business.
Right.
You know,
It's not your business.
yeah, well, you don't have to say it like that because it's rude.
Right, you gotta
but you
held
just basically
a
just
little.
says like, I don't want to answer. Yeah, like I don't feel like answering.
Why don't you
He's
just
civil.
point to the compass and be like, I'm headed north.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
exactly.
headed
It's like,
north.
You don't have to answer any of that. I mean,
Yeah.
the easiest way to clam up is to say, "Look, officer, I'm just not going to answer questions without an attorney present."
Right.
And
that's it.
They
I mean-
try to
So
hit
what
you with
happens?
that.
What happens from there? Not to cut you
Okay,
off. I'm sorry.
so they may continue to ask you questions.
Yeah.
You still shouldn't answer them.
Right.
However, theoretically, and I mean, again, this is going to all depend on what judges want to do down the road, whatever. But Supreme Court precedent says once you've said those magic words, you've lifted the shield of the Fifth Amendment, and anything you say after that can't be used against you.
Right.
Because you already said, I don't want to talk to you without an attorney present. That's supposed to make them stop questioning you.
Right.
Now, if they keep going and you answer stuff, that's on you. I wouldn't do it. No, again, shut the fuck up.
No, you got to deal with that
Still be
shit.
quiet. But theoretically, that stuff shouldn't be admissible in court.
Now, okay, for the viewers that is listening to this right now, okay, this isn't advice when you get pulled over for speeding. This isn't advice when you run a stop sign. Okay, we're talking about advice when shit gets cranked up just a little bit higher.
Well, and not only that, but this, and I want to make this absolutely clear. This is not real legal advice. I mean, yes, I'm telling you my understanding of things, but I'm not giving this to anybody as actually officially legal advice.
Right.
This is just my opinion and the way things are going.
Yes.
And I'm not advising anyone on their own case. Like, obviously, we're not talking.
Right.
This is not to be concerned or not to be construed.
This is not to be fucking
actual-
quoted. Just say
Yeah,
it.
this is
Do
not
not
to be
quote James
construed as-
McVeigh on this shit,
This
okay?
is not to be construed as actual legal.
In the
Right.
words of Eazy-E, and don't quote me, bitch, because I ain't said shit.
Yeah, there it is.
Goddamn right. There it is. But yes, like we were just saying, is it really is more for when things have become elevated a little bit.
Right.
Now, keep in mind that your traffic stops, you ran a red light, you're speeding.
Right.
That shit's how it gets escalated in the first place.
Right.
You know, like, and it happens real fast.
Right.
I wouldn't answer, you know, like a cop pulled you over for speeding, you knew you're doing 10 over or whatever. I wouldn't come right out of the gate refusing to do anything.
That's me.
You know,
That's
well, I mean, and you can, but
I've had problems.
well,
It doesn't work.
But I wouldn't.
Yeah, don't do it. I would not.
I still recommend that you be very cautious with what you're saying about anything.
Yes.
But I mean, giving them your ID and your insurance registration.
That's okay.
Stuff, that's okay.
But I
That's
told
fine.
you.
But anytime they ask
I
a
cracked the
question, even
window.
if you, again, a speeding ticket or something, where are you going? Where I want
That
to.
way.
You know, that way. I was driving north on 31. You know, that's where I was going.
Right. Okay.
You don't really have, I mean, you have absolutely zero requirement to answer any question. You don't have to answer shit.
Right.
They can't force you to answer.
Has there ever been a situation where you were glad your client talked to the cops before you got there?
Ooh, that's a good question. Nothing's standing out right out of my mind.
Take that as a lesson, people.
Think about it. No, nothing's going to actually pop off with that. I have had clients who kind of diffused with what was going on, and they really
Made it
fucked
easier.
up, but they did themselves a favor by cooperating a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
I've had that happen. They're still going to eat a charge and shit. But,
Right.
but the other end of that is you didn't have to do that, and if you hadn't done it, you may not be eating anything.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. What is a misconception that people have about attorneys?
They lie, all of them.
We don't actually lie, and that's funny, but they may lie to their clients, and that's unethical and shitty, and that just it makes you a bad person. But attorneys don't actually lie in court. I mean, people say this all the time, like attorneys are lying in court.
Right.
No. If you can prove an attorney lied in court, they committed perjury, and you can actually lose your law license. for
Right.
this. We don't lie in court. What we do is we spin facts.
Right.
I could take one fact and make it look completely other direction and
Right.
never lie about it.
Right.
Life
Kind of,
is
that's
about
kind of
loopholes.
the
Perspective.
art of, that's kind of the art of being a lawyer in that sense. Is that attorneys don't lie. What they'll do is they'll misdirect and change. I mean, shit. If you want a perfect example of it, just go back and watch the last 2 years of Sarah Huckabee Sanders being the White House press secretary for Donald Trump.
Right.
She didn't lie.
Nope.
She never
Shit
lied.
like
She
a mother-
just didn't tell the whole truth
Right.
and spun shit,
Right.
which is what her job was.
Right. So she's doing the job great.
Yeah, well, and I've talked about that plenty of
Right.
times, but
So
in different contexts. But yeah, go ahead.
with being a lawyer and with having to deal with people, what is the most frustrating type of client to have to deal with?
Clients who lie to me drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And they and
That's like
and
the
I'm not
last
trying- I'm
person
not
you
trying
really
and
wanna
I'm
lie
not trying
to.
to disparage any of my clients right now, but there's probably about a 90% rate of clients, they all lie to you. I mean, like most of them will lie. At some point, they'll lie about something. They don't understand how ironclad attorney-client privilege is.
Right.
And how seriously that's taken.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit is locked down. An attorney who divulges any of your secrets, unless you're imminently about to kill somebody or something like that.
Right.
At which point you can rat on a client if you suspect they're about to commit murder or something like
Right.
that.
But other than that,
otherwise, they can't
nobody.
divulge anything. Now, there are other ethical requirements, like say, okay, I murdered all these people, and you're representing them in these murder cases. Like, you are ethically fucked on that one because you can't put forward evidence that they didn't do it when you know they did it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But on the other end of that, and it depends on how you want to look at it as far as an attorney goes, no one's going to know they confessed that to you because no one can know that. You know?
Right.
Again,
Right.
attorney-client privilege.
It's only between y'all.
And generally speaking, I try to tell my clients, like, look, if you did it, I don't want to know. Like, I don't need that. I don't need that exact piece. But everything else,
Just
tell me the
fill
truth.
me in.
You know,
Right.
give me the full God's honest truth, because I can't tell anybody. Even if I tell you, like in a consultation, even if I tell you I'm not going to represent you, now no one else can go with me, you know, for that information either. Like, I got to take that shit to my grave, even if you didn't pay me,
Right.
because we consulted about it.
Oh, so even on a consultation, it's
Even on a
still...
consultation, attorney-client privilege attaches. So the number one thing that pisses me off most about a client is when they lie.
Wow.
I hate that shit.
Right.
It drives me insane. I mean, especially when it comes to something like a divorce or something like that.
Yeah.
Surprise,
where it's
I
not a
kicked her
criminal
ass.
issue.
Yeah.
Oh, why the fuck are you
Surprise,
lying
I
to me?
kicked
You
her
know?
Yeah, surprise. How many times have you got a surprise I kicked her ass?
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's...
No. And, and it comes so much down to that part of my contract, when you hire me, one of my fee agreement lines in there is, if you lie to me, I will fire you. Like, I quit.
Just straight up.
I mean, because I've had clients embarrass me in front of a judge.
Yeah,
where
I
I'm
imagine that shit's-
where I'm making an argument for somebody, and it becomes obvious they just lied.
Yeah.
They just lied bald-faced to me, and I've been over here for 3 months on this fucking case, running off this one fact that's not a fact.
Yeah.
And it just gets proven the other direction.
Right.
Oh, you just...
Oh,
yeah.
and I just
here's
look-
the
I
text
stand there
message
looking
where you
stupid.
said, yeah, you can have the house and shit, and I don't give a fuck.
And then, exactly. Or
Yeah.
like, you know, you said you didn't beat her ass. Here's the text message you sent to your best friend. Like, I just whooped the shit out that bitch.
Look at these
You know?
pictures.
Yeah, exactly. And then there it is, right there in my face.
And now you standing in front of the judge, you gotta look at the... You gotta look
With
at
your
him with
pants
the-
down. Oh, here's you call
And
with
then
your
there
pants
it is,
down.
and the judge is looking at me like I'm an asshole. Because I've been lying for somebody. I
Yeah.
didn't mean to. You know, like,
Because, but
as far as I understood, you
you're
know,
the one
from
speaking
every
for him,
bit of
though, so-
information I had, I wasn't telling falsehoods. So here you
Surprise,
got
I
me
kicked
looking like a
him.
dipshit. And I'll fire you immediately. And not only that, but I keep the retainer you paid me. It's in the contract. Do not lie to me.
Speaking of retainers, okay, quick question, because I saw this online one time. The poor man's copyright, you know how you mail something to yourself,
yeah.
that type of thing. If, say, I do the poor man's copyright,
Sure.
then I feel like somebody violated my copyright. They actually took it. If
Uh-huh.
I bring it to you, does the retainer go higher because it's going to be so hard? Like, is that case just harder to...
That case isn't hard at all proof. You don't need to hire an attorney for that at all.
You just can't
don't
open it.
Don't open a piece of
Right.
mail that, you know, you cut the track, like say, you know, you're making a song or whatever. And
Right.
you're claiming they stole your lyrics or whatever.
Right.
And you mailed the CD to yourself.
Right.
Or the thumb drive. I'd mail a CD, it'd be easier. But mail a CD to yourself, for instance.
Yeah.
It's postmarked. Don't open it.
And then it's
Just don't. I mean, you can literally file a lawsuit over it. Don't open it. Just leave it.
get
There
to
it is.
court and it's like, here you
Yeah,
go.
I mean, exactly, because the court's going to open it. It's going to be part of the trial, or really probably part of a hearing beforehand. But
Right.
either way, once it's opened in front of a judge, you know, it's part of the record. We all know that this is when it was opened. It's on the
Yeah.
record now. Now that piece of mail has been opened, comes out, and here it is. Someone ripped your shit off.
So it's not harder for a lawyer to fight that case than any other case?
It depends on what you want to get pissed about in the copyright.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so now that's what it's really about. It's
'Cause I saw this
like,
video
you know,
and
if it's like somebody stole a couplet from you or something, Yeah, you're wasting my time. Like, if you want to pay me, I'll go fight it. But like, it's just a couplet. You know, like, it's hard for me to argue that someone else couldn't come up with
They still
these
a
two
whole
sentences or whatever together.
album artwork though.
Yeah,
that's different.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like something you could easily trace, or a beat, for example. That's one thing that's major. Someone stole a beat from you,
Right.
that you didn't put out there for people to use.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
And then you got it on.
Now, okay, with the beats though, have you ever had like a case where somebody does the beat thing? That, like, somebody
I
stole a
have
beat?
not, but I'm familiar with it.
Nah, it's like because you know a lot of people put their stuff on YouTube.
Yep.
So if you put your stuff on YouTube, is that open to the public now, or is it you can still go claim something?
Oh, okay. See, now let me preface this by telling you that I'm not an IP or
Right.
trademark lawyer. Like,
Right. This is not legal advice.
No, it's
guys.
not, but I'm telling
We're
you,
just
like,
talking right
But
now.
I mean, I could talk to you confidently, at least on criminal stuff. On this end, I really don't know. I want to say that if you still trademarked it or copyrighted it or whatever, that it's still yours. You know, like,
Regardless if it's in
yeah,
a- on
like I
public
mean, when you
form.
have artists like all day long, like say Eminem or somebody has like a Vivo channel or something like
Yeah.
that on YouTube. That's still their music.
Right.
You're
Right.
right. Can't rip it off.
Here's the thing,
Right.
too. I get hit with them copyright claims all day because I'll do music videos for artists, you know, and those artists will have copyright claims on it. And I'm hired to do the music video for them. So when I put the music video out on my page, they hit and they collect whatever I would have collected off of the views.
Yeah.
For this.
Yes. So, you know, it's still their music. And, like, most of them you have to call them and ask them to lift that. You know, you need to contact them and lift it. But they ain't going to do that. They're going to get the money.
Hell yeah.
That's why I don't promote it no more. I don't. Why?
You gonna take
Why?
it anyway?
You taking the money anyway.
I already
So,
got paid my one payment.
yeah, my down. So, if that wasn't the case, I'd promote the shit out of your stuff.
But
That's because you never ran into somebody like me that was slick like a manager, because I already had that in the contract. I hired you, so
Well-
you're still promoting that
Well,
shit.
yeah, well,
Boom, that's
regardless,
my money.
here's the thing, though.
I want my 10%.
You have to get them to contact like CD Baby or somebody
know. Yeah,
to
yeah.
lift it. They just never do.
No, I understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's some
even
shit.
if they don't,
You got the paperwork.
I
You
got
gotta
the paperwork saying that was
Yeah.
already the agreement.
Yep.
Yep, you already
So-
signed that shit. You got paid, and part of it is promoting it.
Right.
I like this guy.
Well, I mean,
I like this guy. That's,
So
I really feel like I should have been a lawyer because everything you say, like I could just see me like standing behind him, like you know, like just
Yeah.
lean over the shoulder, like
yeah.
I did it. That's a funny story. I did have one client just like that, who was the loudest mouth motherfucker on the planet, and I got this cat out of a drug dealing charge, like a possession with intent.
Oh,
Got him completely out of it,
yeah.
and like I had to threaten to beat the shit out of him, yeah, to get him to not talk. So I was like, dude, don't fucking talk. Like, no matter what happens, you get pissed. The cop's lying, and the cop's lying. Stop. Don't say anything.
Just shut up.
Right. Yeah. Don't say a fucking word. And he didn't listen to shit. But that was him. That was him. When standing there,
Yeah.
the judge is reading that shit. He's over here like dancing, like yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's me.
I was proud of him though. He didn't say shit. I was proud of him.
He said I had to threaten to beat his
God,
ass.
you don't know. We're
gonna go in here and I
If I can
swear
tell
to
you what it was, I put you on, and I mean, his ass would probably come right in here and admit to it. I was like, I will fuck you up. Not another word.
You up. Don't say shit.
So I got this. Like, just let me do my fucking
Name this
job.
podcast Shut the Fuck Up.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
This
Okay.
episode is Shut the
Shut the fuck up with James McVeigh.
Man, see, speaking of copyrights, I don't want to rip off those the pot.
Yeah,
brothers
we
or
can't.
whatever.
Yeah, he's talking about just naming the episode.
Yeah.
We're running out of time a little bit here.
Lightning round reverse.
I don't know. We haven't really done a lightning round in like a month.
What's a lightning round?
Where we ask you a bunch of like fast questions with just quick answers.
I got 3.
You just ask the questions. Go
Sure,
ahead.
go for me.
Best book you ever read?
Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy.
Blood Meridian?
Or The Evening Redness in the West. It's got 2 titles, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Evening Redness in the West, Blood Meridian. All right, bet. I actually be buying these books. All right. Second question. If you weren't a lawyer, your top occupation after that, if you had to do something else.
I'll be a mechanic.
Wow.
I really love working on cars. And
Did not see that coming.
I find peace in it. I like fixing things that are broken.
That's what's up. No wonder you're like.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, right.
I like fixing things that are broken.
Yeah.
People.
I do actually have some success stories of addicts that I've actually gotten into DC4
Yeah.
who are doing very well for themselves, that they still make me proud to this day.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Third question. What's your podcast and what do y'all talk about?
My podcast is called Fermenting Opinions. It is a political podcast first and foremost. Occasionally, we'll branch off with, like, we do little hangouts. People can come and join. Lately, my co-host David Biden has been doing one on religion and the existence of God. And, like, we've had
Please let me come on there.
We just come on. Look, I got us lined up for a couple podcasts too. By the way.
I'd be happy to.
Yeah.
Sure. You'd be arguing with
ready.
professional apologists who are theologians who have PhDs and whatnot in
I'm gonna
theology
piss
and
them
shit.
off.
Yeah, and
Just let them know. I'm gonna piss them
I
off.
mean,
All right.
but
This is
yes,
gonna be great.
Fermenting Opinions is our podcast. Normally, what we do is we will interview, say, local candidates for office.
Cool.
Or running for stuff, or statewide shit. We've never really had a national level candidate aside from people who are running for Congress and shit around here.
Yeah.
We've done several interviews with, like, say, the state board director for Massachusetts on their marijuana policy when they legalized it. I talked to him. We did that. But we interview people mainly. That's our main thing. Occasionally, something crazy will go down, like, say, this impeachment bullshit.
Right.
David and I cut a podcast that should be out tomorrow, I think.
Tomorrow, Fermenting Opinions.
No, I take that back. It's already out. It's actually already out. He's already got it out.
Go look it up right now.
And I'm gonna plug us when I finish that. But
Yeah.
but we did one just kind of as a primer rundown on what the hell is going on with this impeachment stuff.
Definitely.
So, like, I went through and explained, the laws at stake and
Right.
what happened, what the hell is going on with Hunter Biden and Joe Biden and all this,
Right,
and where did
right.
all this come from? Like, we did a little. I think it was like 35 minutes, maybe, just a quick,
Right.
Just
kind of follow up thing doing that. But if you were to try to find us, we have a Facebook group and a Facebook page under the same name, Fermenting Opinions. You can find us at fermentingopinions.com. If you search Fermenting Opinions on pretty much any podcast channel or source you can think of, we're on there.
Any platform. is
Any
what you're saying?
platform, yep,
Yeah.
yep. iTunes or Beyond Pod or
Okay.
any of that stuff.
Fermenting Opinions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's pretty much where you can find us at.
Right.
If you look for Fermenting Opinions, you're going to find us. It's a pretty unique name.
Right.
Can we come on there though?
Sure.
I don't want to come on there as guest. I want to come on there as guest host. Like I do. I want you to still have a guest.
Well, okay, I'm going to take it back then. I got to talk to David about that.
right.
I can't
Well,
say that, but-
I just want to come on, man.
Like, but
that'd be fun.
look, I don't want to be the guest of the hour. I want to come on there host. I want them to still bring a guest on and we can talk our shit while they talking their
You
shit.
thought this out having
Actually,
yes.
and honestly, we could probably find somebody to do
I
that.
just want to
Right.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Right. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Either way, we can do it either way.
Well,
we
I
can
was
do
going
it
to
either
say,
way.
the
We can
other
do it
option
either
is that, we could all just collab for one episode or something.
Right,
and just, shoot the shit and talk
Right.
about running podcasts. And hell, we've been doing it for a couple of years.
way. Yeah.
the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, all right, I got to catch
Yeah,
up.
we've been at it
Yeah,
for a
we'll
while.
talk afterwards.
Yeah. But yeah, look us up,
Real
man.
quick, I've known James since what, you were 5?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
would have been 6, or maybe you would have still been 5 too.
Yeah,
not
I
that
don't-
far away.
Right.
I think you're maybe 6 months older than I am.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we Paco and I grew up together.
Yeah.
Like grew up together,
Right,
out in the middle
right.
of fucking nowhere.
Right.
In a bumfuck.
Yeah,
we're
country,
as close
boy.
to neighbors as you can be as neighbors.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we grew up together, man.
Ride your bike from
we,
one house to the
We've seen some shit and done some shit.
Oh
together.
yeah, it's a lot of shit. So okay, all right, I'm gonna hit you with this there. Since you have known me for so long, if you could tell one story to the viewers, and I give you permission, just leave names out. Leave names out.
Oh God.
Don't implement anybody on anything.
yeah,
If you could tell one story to the viewers, this is your chance to air my dirty laundry.
Oh man, I don't want to go too hard on you on that.
Please
because
go
that was
hard.
a lot
Go,
of
please. Make this uncomfortable.
shit.
for
I
me.
know a lot.
Oh, nothing makes me uncomfortable.
You know,
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's why-
I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna tell the story when you didn't mow the grass.
Oh, okay.
That's
Do
one of my
that. Do
favorite.
that.
Yeah, that's an easy one,
Yeah.
right? But that still is.
Wait. Don't tell that one. Don't tell that one. That was
You
what-
can't pick and choose. You told him to pick his own
no,
story,
man.
man.
it's-
No, man, you can't. What's going on?
Okay.
It
go ahead.
it does implicate somebody you could easily identify.
Yeah. We're talking about that's a story with my mother.
Yeah,
you know
it's-
what I mean. You wouldn't want to hear some shit with my mother. You want to
Yes,
hear.
you would.
You want to hear a real story.
Oh no,
wanna hear
that
the
one
story.
was.
you want to
mad
hear a
funny.
story about my mother?
I want to hear it.
Ah,
All right, go ahead. Shoot it off.
okay.
No.
You have missed all this shit that me and this nigga have done, and
All right,
have
wait, no.
selected
Tell you
the
what.
story with my mother.
I'm
in it.
gonna do it as a two-parter because I'm gonna do this one real quick.
Okay,
we can
okay.
give you the recap of with his mother. Is that Paco and I were playing video games down in his basement for like 2 straight days.
And the basement was like
Dark,
the
like
spot.
I mean, you just but it was dark too. You
Yeah.
had no idea what day or night it was.
No.
You know,
no
It's in
windows.
there.
no windows, nothing.
No windows.
Didn't know.
Yeah,
Like
just
we're
there.
we making food down there. Like we're doing our thing. We don't know what day or time it was, but Paco's mom had told him that we needed to mow the grass.
Our
And
lawn
mowing
was
the
big
mowing
enough
the
that
grass
we
is
had
like
multiple
5 or
people
6
mow it.
acres. Like
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
a
6
chore.
acres.
It was like a chore, but
Before we all had 0-turn mowers.
yeah, but we
right.
didn't, at the same time.
Are we still talking push starts? Like
No,
the
well, I
No,
was
they were
I
riding
was stuck
mowers.
one of the
Okay.
push motherfucker. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
He
but
said, "I had
but I
one."
mean,
Yeah.
So like we just lost track of time or whatever. But his mama came home and was pissed and I mean like screaming about it, and she was wrong. I mean like she was like, Paco, and he's like, what? And she was like, thought I told you to mow the grass. And he was like, and she's like, I thought I told you to mow the grass. And he goes, mow it your damn self, woman. I swear to God, this tiny little black lady just, I mean, all you hear is, doop, 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 doop. Oh, them shoes. She comes running down them stairs. I mean, kicks a flip-flop like up in the air and snatches that. I mean, it was like some ninja shit. She kicks that motherfucker in the air and grabs it and starts beating the living dog shit. Parker's literally sitting there holding the video game controller and just kind of looks up, kind of surprised. She beats the dog shit. I mean, just bad. I mean, just whooping his ass, cussing him, screaming, And I'm over here like trying not to laugh and looking at it. And she like stop. And she looks at me. And she points that flip flop at me and she goes, you want some, white boy? No, ma'am. And she goes, get up there and mow my fucking grass.
Well, I hit him some more. Mow your damn self on
I was already up there getting him lawnmowers ready to go.
Hell yeah. He's down there trying not to cry in front of his friend.
Yeah, that was a good one. All right, so there's one more that I really love. And we're not, and again, this ain't too bad.
No.
We're not going to name the young man involved, but there was another young man that grew up with us, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yep. And I don't know, he and I never got along. We didn't like each other when we were kids. Like we just didn't get along for sure.
I was like that middle ground, and they tolerated each other.
I think it was kind of a jealousy thing too. Like that's your best friend, whatever.
Yeah.
Fun, yeah. So, but him and Paco used to get into it bad.
Yeah.
And like
That's the one that stabbed me.
yeah.
Go ahead.
That's the friend.
But no,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we had
never
some.
told me it was
You
a
don't know how
friend.
ruthless
yeah,
we used to be.
Oh, dude, they were bad about
We
it.
were ruthless.
Yeah.
We was. Yeah.
He and I used to fuck with each other, but nothing that bad.
Yeah.
But them, like, when they get into it, I mean, it would be bad.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't remember what the fuck y'all were arguing about.
don't
We were making some popcorn upstairs. I know you know this.
What a way to start it.
Yeah.
What a
So
way
we
to
were making microwave
we were
making
making
popcorn upstairs,
man.
and they were arguing back and forth. And like Paco, through this whole argument, is trying to put this bag of popcorn in the microwave. Like,
Right, boop, doop.
and like they're getting into it. It's getting bad back and forth. And this dude steps up.
Now take note. He's about 6'4".
Yeah, he's big.
I'm only 5'8".
Yeah, no, but
5'9".
I think you told him to shut the fuck up, something like that. And he was like, "What are you gonna do about it? Hit me with the popcorn?" And Paco takes this bag of
Do
popcorn
it.
that's unpopped, and I mean, if you think about it, It's a solid brick of butter with like seeds in it. Paco takes this shit and lays him the fuck out.
What?
Oh, dude. I mean, it was like he threw a right cross, except he used the popcorn bag.
Yeah.
And fucking cracked him across the face so hard it sent this fucking giant 6'4", 6'5" kid slung to the floor, knocked the fuck out, like down.
And like the thing
A
is,
bag of
With a
popcorn.
bag
look,
of
the
popcorn.
popcorn is folded like a trifold, right?
Yeah.
So I was like,
Just grabbing a fold.
fap, fap, fap. And I let it fly by. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, what are you going to do with the popcorn? And Paco's just like, shwap. Whaps him across the fucking
It's
face.
like when Bugs Bunny
my
takes his
God.
gloves off.
Yes,
and smokes
yeah.
next to
I'll
him.
never forget that till the day I die watching
You
that.
hit me with the popcorn.
That made me
as a
so
matter
happy
of
because I
fact.
mean, me and dude just didn't get along, and like that was the fucking best knockout shot. I've
This
ever
is why Monroe
Bag
acts the
of
way he
fun
does.
popcorn. Sat him down. Dude.
You're saying too much, nigga.
That's so bad. Oh shit. I got a million of those stories, but we're gonna stick with those. Those
shit.
are both fairly tame.
Yeah, yeah.
Putting
Yeah,
anybody
me and
on-
James used to run around pretty
I ain't
intense.
putting anybody on blast. We're not gonna talk
Yeah,
about
we're not gonna put no
not
names.
gonna talk about
Me
like-
and James could recap our childhood as a podcast and at least go through 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
We were definitely not going to talk about the church.
Oh my God, not the church as go.
We're not doing that one. Anyway,
Can I please tell this story?
with you.
What y'all talking about church?
I'm gonna give the
church?
abridged
You know, I
version.
don't, yeah.
What happened in
I
church?
give the abridged version. The
Okay.
abridged version.
I don't.
All right.
All right, I'm here for it.
This was
bridge.
pretty scandalous.
Story time.
Look, the abridged version is this, bro.
Put your thing in. Put your thing in.
So me and James are in high school. You know what I'm saying? And this girl,
That we both
yeah, we both
been there, done that.
done that.
Wait, whoa. Both of y'all?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
So this girl is like, we're hanging out, and I was like, so and so wants us to hang out with her, and they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, so and so wants to hang out. She's like, she wants to pick us up, so she picks us up.
And she got a car.
Oh yeah, she.
Oh,
was
yeah.
fine. Oh yeah. We didn't fuck with no.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
We
yeah.
don't none of that then.
But yeah, but no.
There was no heroin here then. Everybody was good then.
She was a good little.
Everybody's
church girl.
able-bodied. Everybody
She was
is
a good little
able-bodied.
church.
Look, this girl. We get in the car. We're like, where are we going? She's like, oh, I got this spot we can go to and we can kick it. I've got keys to this spot. Man.
And we were like, all right.
Yeah, cool.
Let's,
you know,
let's
it's
do,
cool.
let's do some dirty
spot.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, man. This girl pull up to a church, bro.
No, this is her church.
This is her church.
That she is. She's got keys to.
Yeah. And we were like,
She drags us both. She drags us both in there
yes.
to a church. Like, middle of the night. You know,
And y'all looking at each other the whole
Like-
time like,
and both of us are like, "Fuck it, we doing this." It's going down. Whatever.
When the last
We're
time
here
you been
now.
to church, nigga?
Yeah.
But
I ain't right all the way out here to sit in the car.
No, that shit was,
yeah,
Terrible.
it was.
you know, and I already knew I was going to hell, but
Yeah, it was.
yeah, there's no doubt there now.
Yeah,
We
man.
definitely.
She signed them papers for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But it was so we got out there. We was
But
like,
how you not gonna do it? Like, yeah, duh.
You're gonna
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we were both like
we're
18 or
kids.
something.
I don't even,
It's
yeah.
happening.
I'm
It's
telling you.
going down.
Right. Maybe we should say we were 17, so we're not trying this anything. You know what I mean? Come
Well,
on.
no, statute
Yeah.
of limitations are already over with.
Yep, we're good.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Murray County Sheriff's Department. And, you know,
And that's why it's good to have friends.
well, I don't even know that was in Murray County, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't remember where that was.
No, I don't either. I know it was in this area.
No,
but Middle
I don't
Tennessee,
remember where it was at all.
But
They never looked at a county like
First of
that.
all-
No, I closed my eyes the whole ride.
First of all, we were invitees. She
Yeah.
had a key to the church.
Yeah, there's no breaking in.
Yeah, nope, she let us in.
Yeah.
She invited us into that church.
So it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, not only that, but it's been fuking 15 years.
Yeah, it was 15 years. I would never do anything like that again
You know,
today.
there's no statute of limitations
Wouldn't?
running except
No.
murder.
No, we ain't doing it today. Don't look
And I
at me
mean,
like that.
nobody got murdered.
No, yeah. No,
Something
why you
right.
looking like
Something
that?
right.
Why you looking like that, bro? You know what? I'm just gonna change the angle to James. Hold on here. There we go. You can't even look like that no more.
I'm sorry. I'm praying. I'm a good man.
Because I'll be honest, man, and anybody
Lord,
that follows
forgive
me on
me for the
Facebook,
sins that I have committed.
follows me on anything, they know I have a very deep belief in God.
Oh, I
Very
believe
deep.
in
But I'm telling you right now,
Now your belief would have went deeper into somebody else.
yo, if you come kidnap me on a late night and you take me to the only building that in a county I don't know where I'm at, and you're like, we're gonna do it in the church. Well, then
We're going to do it in the
we're gonna do it in the church. That's what we're doing now. I don't know where I'm at. What, I'm gonna give you another suggestion?
But also with your homie.
Exactly. It'll be fine. Rock, paper, scissors. Who goes first?
Hey, whatever.
I'll pray about it. I'll pray about it.
The only thing that's gonna fuck me up is why he's in there doing his part. I'll be outside in the sanctuary just looking around like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real quiet.
it's real quiet. In this
It was so
Except for
funny.
that.
I seen this nigga. I seen this nigga. We should probably not. We'll talk about this later. Hey, this is the WhoDat podcast. We signing out. Peace. Peace. Hold on. There we go.
DJ.
They're not around. It's gotta be my imagination. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an innovation.
DJ Skinny.
They not around.
Let's go. Respect the DJ.